Now, government policies and education. Government support and education. Number one, government policies and incentives. Support policies that incentivize green transportation adaptation. Every one of us, we must support it. Whatever policy that the government is coming up with, it is our duty to do what? To support it. Then develop charging infrastructure for electric vehicles. Now, collaboration and conclusion. Collaboration for sustainable future. Collaboration and partnership. Number one, work together with governments, private sector, and community is a joint effort. If we must have green transportation, if we must reduce what is being given to the environment through transportation, then develop comprehensive green transportation solutions. Conclusion. Transitioning to green transportation is crucial for a sustainable future. It reduces environmental impacts, saves money, and enhances public health. It requires a shared commitment and ongoing research and development. So, we have all heard that. Please let us go back home and make sure that we encourage green transportation. Now, we want to quickly look at this because this has to do with the theme of this summit. We have received a lot of educative information, and I know even our students, by the time they go back to school now, they'll be able to tell their colleagues that, oh, I'm more knowledgeable than you in the area of climate change, green transportation. Now, we want to look at this one. Engaging effective anti-climate pollution in Nigeria. This is where we need the involvement of government. And they must stand on their feet when it comes to policy. Compliance is key. It's key. Now, pollution control legislation and administrative bodies. Pollution control legislation and administrative bodies. Implementing pollution control legislation to regulate industrial activities. The government should be able to come up with policies that will regulate how industries are being operated in Nigeria. Most of us that do services with most of these companies, we see a lot. Some people, they operate in Nigeria here as if there is no government. They don't care about even their workers, not to talk about the environment. So there must be policies that needs to be followed to the letter. There must be regulatory bodies, and there must be an inspectorate division that will be going about, even to the local government level. If the local government level can embark on this, it will help a long way. How do I mean? For example, now we have Agara Industrial Estate. You don't expect the Minister of Environment from Abuja here to be monitoring what is going on there. It is the local government in that area that's supposed to bring about compliance on the government policies when it comes to environmental pollution, sewage disposal control, etc. So, implementing pollution control legislation to regulate industries' activity, establishing administrative bodies to enforce environmental standards. I've said this. It's not just coming up with the policy. People must be responsible. People must, be given the responsibility. I have a colleague of mine that's here. When we were together in the building industry, There is this particular agent of government that they are always there, custom. They have office there. They have office right inside our building. So, for the fact that they are there, nobody will want to mess up with what they are monitoring there. So, we need people that will bring about compliance of whatever policy that the government is coming up with. Then, establishing administrative bodies to enforce environmental standards. That's the challenge. Ensuring compliance and effective enforcement. Yes, sir. Now, another one, pollution control by local government. Now we are looking at how we can reduce pollution, how we can control it. But just like we have said, it involves you, it involves me. Even if government comes up with policy, we are the one that will bring about the compliance. Pollution control by local government, local level initiative, empowering local government to monitor and control pollution in their jurisdiction. It's very important. Local government, they should try their best possible to train people, not just putting anybody there. For example, the local government can employ chemists, microbiologists, people that study climate science, so that nobody will be able to deceive them. For example, now, I cannot get to any company now, the government that entered their laboratory, nobody can deceive me, because I'm into the environment. I can request for their plates. Let me see some of the caution that you have here. So if they are not doing any plating now, why are you not doing it? Okay, all these meetings that you are isolating here, why are you doing about it? Because I have the knowledge. So, empowering local government to monitor and control pollution in their jurisdiction, encouraging localized pollution prevention and enforcement effort. Very, very important. If we must have a green environment, this thing has to start from the local government. Then challenge limited resources, capacity building for authorities. Yes. Now, environmental standard and emission limits. Setting pollution control standard. Defining environmental standard and emission limits to minimize pollution. Must be a standard. In everything in the industry, there is a standard. The beer, the mineral you are drinking, there is a standard. They don't just produce it for you. The bitterness, you know, those of you that are used to beer, the bitterness, it is well regulated. Well regulated. Well regulated. So, define environmental standard and emission limits to minimize pollution. Monitoring and regulating air, water, and soil quality. All these things need to be put in place if we must control pollution. The challenge. Continuous monitoring. I'm still emphasizing it. It's not enough for a policy to come up without anybody monitoring it. It will just die in natural death like that. So government should try as much as possible to employ people, professionals that will do this. So that when they get to anywhere, nobody will be able to deceive them. For example, that if I get to any company and maybe the community they came down to us as private sector that, oh, come and help us out, oh, they are polluting our environment. We know the first thing to do as a microbiologist. We will go around, take samples. We take samples from their water, take samples, from the atmosphere. We plate it, we take it to the lab. So before we get to that company, we have already gotten our findings. For example, if it is a fecal contamination, we will know that, okay, the way people are disposing their fecal waste here has contaminated the environment. We can take sample from the well. If we are able to isolate fecal organisms, then from there, We trace it to where it's coming from. Why? Because we are trained for it. So, monitoring and continuous monitoring, then updating standard as needed. We should be able to come up with recommendations. Okay, sir. Then police prosecution and penalties for pollution offences. I know many people will want to raise eyebrow here, but it is the fact. Holding polluters accountable is very, very important. It's because nobody is penalizing most of the companies. That is why they are just doing whatever they like. Nobody. Because they have not arrested some of them and prosecute them. They think what they are doing is the best. So, enforcing strict penalties and legal action against polluters will help in a long way to reduce pollution, and it will reduce the effect of climate change. Collaborating with law enforcement agencies to investigate and prosecute pollution offences, very, very important. We should have the interest of our people more than the company. Very important. You see some people, they just dispose waste anyhow, and by extension, all these things will get percolated into the water that we are drinking by coming up with their findings. Oh, this person that was brought to our hospital, these are the things that we're able to diagnose. Then sending such information to research institutes. Then they will now do research on it. Then with that, they will be able to trace where that thing is coming from. Very, very important. Very important. So, collaboration with law enforcement agencies to investigate and prosecute pollution offences. Now, the challenge: gathering evidence, ensuring fair and timely legal proceedings. I know with time we'll be able to practice this very, very well, so that whoever that is involved will make sure that he is there to do the right thing, not that you just get there and have a discussion for just a few minutes and that will be the end of the open, and the problem will still persist. We don't want that. Yes, sir. Now, financial assistance for pollution reduction. Supporting pollution control efforts, providing financial assistance, grants, and incentives to support pollution reduction initiative. We need it either from the government or from the international organizations or from private organizations. We need it. Then encouraging public-private partnership for sustainable development, just like what we are doing now. Government cannot do everything. I know we have people from private sectors here, individuals. Let's be involved. When we are involved, then we'll be able to control the environment. Then financial assistance. The second one, encouraging public-private partnership for sustainable development. Challenge: allocating adequate funds. We need money. If we must have a good environment, if we must control pollution, we need money. So government should be able to come up with good money, trusted in good hands, people that will deliver what the money is meant for.